Competitive advantage. This is what we all would love to have more of in our business. Both your staff and you will enjoy your business a whole lot better, and obviously you will do a whole lot better from a profit point of view as well. The reality is, when you listen to and you speak to other business owners or even staff and employees, this is what you will get. They will say things along the lines of, I cannot increase my pricing because my customers won't pay any more for it. I cannot change my product because our customers have been buying this product for the last however many decades. They will also say things like, you know, my competitors discount their products at crazy levels. My competitors win the tenders because they cheat. They make corrections after they've won the tender, or they have some inside contact in their backhanders happening, whatever it happens to be. If you analyze the phrases and the words all around this, they are 99.9% externally focused. And what's the problem with external focus? It means you have no control of your business and your destiny. We also call that the victim mentality. As long as you can move past the victim mentality, the following exercise is really good, and it's what we cover off in the business strategy program at a later stage, and it's called the core summary. Have a look at this and see if you could implement any of this thinking or understanding in your business.
So this is just part of what I cover off in the business strategy creation program, and it's tapping into, you can see it's section 2.6 on the core summary, and it really comes at a very late stage in the overall program, and I want to go through it very briefly with you. So I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. And these are some of the realities. Once you start trying to create a competitive advantage, you cannot be good at everything. So a lot of these things we know, but unless you really genuinely take them on board, they don't really sink in. Trying to be excellent at everything leads to mediocrity. And there are plenty of examples of it. And excellence requires sacrifice. So in your niche, excel in a few areas that your customers value and underperform in those that are less valuable to them. In other words, dare to be bad. Generally, you'll find that as we go out there and you look at your competitors and yourself, we try to be good at everything. It's just how we're hardwired, and we put all our effort into that. The challenge here is actually to sacrifice certain areas that you probably could be doing okay at, but you're just not doing excellent at that area, and focus on those areas. Sounds very simple, but implementing is actually quite a challenge. So, question true or false? A great business is created by running harder and faster with at least a few extraordinary people. So, if you talk to your friends that are business owners while you're having a beer or over a cup of coffee, that is the type of answer a lot of them will give you, because that's exactly what they're trying to do in their own business. Obviously, I'm asking that because the answer is wrong. A great business is created by designing a system that allows everyone to excel. Again, we're talking about being excellent in something, and we'll keep on coming back to that terminology. So service excellence equals business structure times culture, something else we cover off later on in the overall program. Here's some key examples. Again, we've used international companies generally because they're easier to research, they're easier to find examples with them. So if you take Commerce Bank, an American bank, they disrupted the industry quite a few decades ago, and essentially they followed this core summary mechanism. On the left-hand column, you can see with it 1, 2, 3, 4, they rated what their customers, their target audience, valued the highest. So their customers valued convenience, then customer interactions, then product range, and then price. So this is their customer niche, or not every customer out there is the niche that they're attracting. They then matched up and they developed excellence in those areas. So you can see in terms of convenience, they rated themselves 5 out of 5. And they matched it up obviously with what the customers valued highest. So in order to do that, they started breaking the tradition in terms of the banking industry that was in America at the time, opening out for longer hours, more days, etc., etc. It was quite extraordinary back in the day. In terms of customer reaction, they also developed a level of excellence. So again, they didn't go out there and find people with a whole lot of expertise in banking. They actually went out there, found people that were extremely friendly, very helpful, very smiley. So when customers came to deal with them, instead of dealing with a solitary person behind a glass window, they changed the interaction completely. Nowadays, you find most banks have gone down that route or are attempting to go down that route. And you can see the last one was price. So they consciously pegged themselves to offer the lowest interest rates on deposits. They were one of the most expensive banks to deal with. But according to their customer group, that was of less importance than convenience and the other items ahead of it. If you take Walmart as an example on the right-hand side, you can see again what they believe their customers valued. So it was their target audience. Their customers valued low prices the highest and ambience the least at number 9. If you match up how they developed expertise, so once they understood what the customers valued, they developed expertise around that. The interesting thing here is you can start comparing how the independent operations compared with Walmart. So the one-man bands, the smaller corporates and that type of stuff, how do they manage in terms of level of excellence on price? They actually did really, really poorly. And if you look at number 8, right at the bottom, sales help, the independents really valued that high. So they did a 4 out of 5 in terms of their excellence, but in terms of what the Walmart customer valued, the Walmart customer valued that lower. So you can have a look at this video, replay again, but that's a broad concept of core summary. Sounds simple, the challenge to actually implement in your business. So the challenge for you is to just make a list, 1 to 6 or 1 to 10 or whatever, of what you believe your customers value highest to lowest. And again, this is not every customer out there. This is, some people will call you A category clients. In other words, the type of clients that you are after. What do they rate the highest and what do they rate the lowest? And then rate your current level of excellence in those areas plus your competitors. And that will very clearly show you if you are differentiating yourself from your competitors, which is what you're trying to achieve, and how you match yourself up to what the customers really want. Depending on the variation of how you're matching up to what the customers want, it gives you an opportunity now to start acknowledging where you're needing to develop your expertise and your level of excellence. Hopefully that's of some assistance. This is just a very small part of the strategy or business strategy process. So me showing this to you is the first time I've done something like this because it could be taken out of context. There's a whole lot of backwork that builds up to this level.